This video is going to show you the process that I go through when I learn something by ear. But before we get into that, there's at least one prerequisite for this video, and for you to go do this activity, that is learning sound by listening to it. There are 12 notes in the Western music system that we tend to use, and if you don't know all 12 notes in at least one octave of your instrument, then you should go learn those notes. You should be able to play at least a few scales, since most music uses scales or picks notes from one scale. But a lot of music, at least a lot of the music that I learn and play, uses notes that don't stay in the same scale. Some songs use all 12 of the notes that are in the chromatic scale. That being said, if you don't know your notes, go learn them, and if you do, stick around, and we're going to work on a song. Step one is to choose a song. If this is the first time you've ever learned something by ear, choose a song that has your instrument in it, because that's the sound that's going to translate from what you can hear to what you can create the best. Once you have chosen that song, listen to it a lot, quite a bit of times. Listen to it until you can hear it when it's not on, if you can. Honestly, if you are not familiar with how it sounds, learning it is going to be that much more difficult. I prepared for this video by listening to this song for the last several years. It's called Philly, and it's from a Kenny Garrett album. That's the Kenny G that jazz musicians like. Kenny Garrett album called Do Your Dance. Although I've heard the song before, I do not know what the notes are yet. We're going to figure that out. So I'm going to start from 1 minute and 10 seconds in this song, and this is where the alto saxophone comes in first. Let's listen to what that sounds like. Two notes. That's all we get. Let's go back and do that again. Rewind. Ba da. That sounds like the pitches to me. It's important to be able to sing things, even if you can't get the pitches right. It'll help you with the rhythms a lot more than the pitches, oftentimes. Ba da. I just happen to be able to also recreate the pitches. Let's find those notes. Ba da. Ba. That sounds a bit low. Ba da. I would like to say that was a lucky guess, but I've been doing this a while, so I get a lot more lucky guesses than not lucky guesses. If you have to fish around for it, the first note I guessed was a C. That sounds right to me. Okay, so since it lined up well, I listened to the next thing too. I'm kind of like multitasking right here. If you're not used to multitasking, this is a little difficult. So far I have ba da, and I have found that that's an A and a B. Ba da, and then the next thing that happens is those same two notes, but with a little bit different rhythm. Ba da, ba ba ba. Let's try that again. Ba da, ba ba ba, ba da, ba ba ba. Okay, so far so good. Let's put those together. Ba-dum, ba-ba-dum, ba. That's the last last thing I heard, I'm going to latch on to that note. Ba. We're going to find that note. Ba. Ba. Yeah, it's definitely an E. Let's find out the easy way. Yeah, so that phrase ends on an E. It's often important to pick any note that you can hear and find that note first. I'm not entirely sure what note that phrase started on, but I got the last one, so we can work our way backwards, or we can try and get the first one and try to connect the dots. I think I'm going to go that path. Let's find the first note of that phrase. Ba 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 dum. Ba da ba ba da. I think that's it. Let's try that again. So I was fishing around for notes. I think I can almost think of a scale that we might be in, although I'm not really thinking that way just yet. Ba-dum, ba-ba-dum. Make sure I don't lose it. Okay, so let's try that with the recording and see how it sounds. I think I'm missing the first note. That might be it. Okay, so I thought the first note of the first phrase was an E. Then I heard it as being wrong when I played it with the recording. If you had a hard time hearing that, then the song is fast. I can hear things that are a little bit faster than I used to because I've been doing this a while. But there are some things that I can hear that are just way too fast. I can't hear the notes in between. And that'll go away over time if I continue to do this for another number of years. That being said, I think I have the first phrase after the introduction. Ba-da-da-da-da. That's the next thing I think. And it ends on the same note. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. That note. Ba-da-dee-da. That note again. Ba-da-dee-da. Ba-da-ba-doo-dum. So I have two phrases. I played the two phrases. And now I'm listening for the next phrase. Ba-dum, ba-doo-dum. Okay, so working them out. Now that I have learned a little bit, let's test that, and then we'll talk about what comes next. Okay, it's not entirely clean yet. This is a learning process, and it's not going to be perfect the first time. That being said, I'm going to play it 3 times, 4 times right now. And just that little bit. And again. That one. I gotta move 2 fingers there. That's between the notes F sharp and A. Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. That's a little bit difficult to coordinate sometimes. Again. I think it's ready to put with the song again and see how it goes. He plays that exactly twice. That whole thing again. Did you hear that? If you didn't hear that the next phrase was the same as the first phrase, that's fine. You go look this song up. It's called Philly by Kenny Garrett. I'm going to go transcribe the rest of this melody now. This is only 10 minutes, and in 10 minutes, I got 2 phrases essentially. In 10 more minutes, I'll have 2 more phrases. And if it takes you longer than that, that's fine. Again, I've been doing this a while, so my ears find the notes faster. But it wasn't always that fast. I started 1 note at a time, and now I can do a phrase at a time. But it's a gradual process to build up, and it starts with patience. You have to have patience from the first time that you do this. Okay, so if you got something out of this, if you think you might be able to attempt learning something by ear after my explanation and demonstration, then go do it. Have fun with it. Go spend an hour learning a tune, and then see if you can retain it the next day. Take it slowly. Make sure you learn one thing at a time before moving on to the next thing. Otherwise, it won't stick as well. If you have any questions about this process, or if you'd like to see more videos like this, let me know in the comment section. Have a nice day, guys.